friends, I'm here today and welcome to another episode of Get Your Craft On with Nina. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use in Lisa Horton's Interference Inks with your Betterpress plates. I made a card using the Alex Siberia press plate, Elegant Blooms, I believe. And the last time we used it with the stencil, and I can't find my card. I think I gave it away the other day at the shop, but we used it with the stencil, and today we're just going to use it plain without any stenciling on black watercolor paper using the interference inks. Now, interference inks are super, super cool because if you look at the packaging, you can see that it has like two different tones to it. So this one goes from like a red to like a yellowish gold, and this one goes from like a gold to an orange, a red to a green to like a lighter green, and this kind of like bluish to purple. That's because it shows up different on a white or black piece of paper, which is kind of super fun. But you will need a brayer for this technique. I find that the brayer is the best because these ink pads are really juicy. So I'm going to show you real quick, and not to be confused with the metallic inks. So Lisa has metallic inks, and she has dye inks, and she has, dye inks, I believe. Just matte blending ink, metallic ink, and these interference inks. So the metallic inks are going to be glittery and shiny, and you can do the same technique that we're doing today with these as well. The interference ink, so you want to make sure it says interference on it, and it's going to have that two-tone logo on here, and it'll show up different on the different color paper. So just so you can see, we're going to swatch a couple of these. So real quick, I'm just going to go this way. So on white, it looks blue. And wait. And on black, give it a second to kind of dry. It kind of looks purple. Here we go. The black looks cool when it's all super dry. So you can see that there's that purple sheen to it. Ooh, I wonder if I turn this little light on here. Sometimes it's hard to see, and sometimes that light's too bright. But a couple of, here we have a yellow one, and then it turns that super bright gold. That one's easier to see. This one is lemon candy. The first one was Yuletide Sky. We have golden sun. This one is kind of like a reddish orange, and then a nice kind of goldish orange, or like goldish color. This is the color I used, the golden shimmer, to get this kind of gold sentiment when I was better pressing these. And then we have this kind of, I haven't tried this one on black paper yet, so, but you see it, nice bright green. Ooh, that is super fun. Oh my gosh, the possibilities. And then Crimson Sheer. I think a couple of these were from a limited edition holiday pack that I think some of the local stores still have. I'm going to use the purple, I think, today. The purple. Oh, you know what? Let's use this second one. Which one was that one? That was this lemon candy one. I think lemon candy is going to look really cool on the press plate. So I'm going to use the same press plate that we did with the Elegant Blue, or is it called Elegant Blue? No, Charming Floral Background. Sorry. Oh my gosh, Charming Floral Background. This is Alex Siberia Designs, and you can see that I'm not the best at cleaning my plates, but it's okay. It should be just fine. So these ink pads, like I said, are really juicy, and what we're going to do is put it on our, ooh, look at how cool those look as they're drying. they have like definitely a different cute little finish too while they're drying. But we're gonna use lemon candy today, and then straight on the BetterPress plate. This is a super fun and easy technique. So the problem I find is that these are really juicy. So if you just kind of add them around, like squish it around, it starts to kind of over ink and go into crevices. And if you are trying for a more crisp look, it's going to be more difficult. So if you use the brayer and get your brayer nice and juicy, I'm just trying to move stuff around. It picks up that ink. So you just want to get like a good amount of ink on here, and you can always go back in and get more ink. But with the brayer, you can see where you're applying that ink, and it's going to go on fairly evenly. Now this will not be, I find that no matter how many times I try, this is not as a crisp as using BetterPress ink. So once you kind of get it kind of all over, so you're just trying to get a good, nice, solid kind of pass on it with your inks. Then you're going to try and not make a huge mess like I always do. Take your piece of black BetterPress paper. This is watercolor paper. This is the Hero Arts watercolor paper. And the links are in the description. So it's Hero Arts watercolor paper. It's 140 pounds. It's a little bit thicker. You could use this with black cardstock, but that watercolor paper is going to be closer to BetterPress paper, so it's going to have that extra give for that letterpress look. So you take this, and then we run it through the die cutting machine. Put it here real fast. Wait. Have what we call the moment of truth. Now, I did not tape mine down because if I taped it down, I would, ta-da, ooh, look at that. And once it dries, it's going to be even better. Ta-da. So it's going to give you that different kind of look with that card. So we're going to put it to the side so it can dry a little bit more, and we can clean off the plate and do it again. We can switch colors. Let's switch colors. Where's the purple? They were all in my hand. The first time I did this, I did it with the purple, and I love the purple so much. Just nice. Just using a paper towel. At first I thought, I'm going to use a wet wipe, but then it's going to be too wet to apply. So I'm moving to a paper towel. And I'm just going to kind of brayer the rest of the ink off. We're going to do one more of these. And this is super quick and easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can see here, just kind of, it's so weird because it goes on blue, and then it's going to have that like purple shine. I used the right one, right? Yep. All of a sudden I was like, oh, did I grab the metallic one? I just want to make sure I have nice coverage everywhere. I think sometimes the middle here is kind of the hardest spot for me. Put my paper down. Run it through the machine. I was at Creativation last week. Oh my gosh, so much fun. I was talking to other creators, and I was fascinated by how much time everyone spends recording and editing their videos. And they asked me, and I was like, guys, I record my video in a one and done. I kind of go back and I add some text to editing, but that's it. Ta-da! And look at the purple. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. I love that it just has a little bit of shine. Ooh, it's beautiful. And on the black, and as it dries, it's going to get a little bit darker. And you can see like this, the gold, the lemon candy. Ooh, is also, it has that different kind of orangey gold vibe to it. This one probably could have used a little bit more ink now that I'm looking at this one. Here I have this kind of dead spot of ink. Purple. But you don't have to use it just on background plates, so you can also use it with sentiments. So we're gonna do a pass with sentiments as well, since we're here. And this is kind of a short video today because sometimes not everything has to be crazy long, but the technique is there and it's super cute. Cute and easy technique here. Boom. We're going to change colors again because I want to show you how I did that. The gold one. Here we go. Where is that? Golden Sun Shimmer. I use this one a lot just in general. I've picked it up with a blending brush too and blended. You just have to be a little bit more careful, or I try to be a little bit more careful with sentiments because of those. They have more details, a little finer details. So you don't want to overpress. Now this one, I will make sure I'm taping down just because if this one shifts, I'm going to be a little bit more in trouble. I think the big panel will hold it down nice. But these inks are a fun way to get kind of a metallic, almost foil-ish look on your paper. Ta-da! How pretty is that? And it will get a little bit darker as time. Oh, maybe I needed a little bit more ink there. But it's an easy way to add a little bit of shimmer if you don't have a hot foiling machine to your projects. And then all you're going to do is die cut it afterwards. So you get, this is what they call a one and done kind of press plate. So you die cut it once, or you run it through the Betterpress once, and then you die cut it once. And this is also using Alex Iberia's new March release, Betterpress release. I think this is called Classic Sentiments. So I'm just going to kind of tape this down just a little bit so it doesn't move. And I want to run it through the die cutting machine. Better move that dot. I'm just going to run it through. I'm die cutting with my left hand, which is not normal for me. I don't know why I choose to do that when I'm recording. Oh my gosh. And ta-da! Oh, I should have pushed a little bit harder. with the watercolor paper, sometimes you want to just do a double pass, and I should have done that. But like, ta-da, look at that. Thank you. And it's all nice and kind of glimmered and like, not glimmered, but like metallic-y. It looks like calligraphy ink with this cute little font. So I'm going to add that to my sentiment pile. But then look at how pretty. So here's back to the Yuletide sky. Such a cute and easy card. I found that the mulberry ink for the Betterpress mulberry ink is super pretty and like purple. You can do cute little big hugs. You can do a little celebrate. You can mat it with some like a purple border or a silver border, and then have a cute little card. But what a fun and cute technique. So I hope you guys enjoy that. But you know what? Let's finish this card real fast. It's going to drive me crazy. So I have like a purple. We're going to use this one. So purple background. I'm going to trim my paper down if I have my paper cutter right behind me. So I'm just going to I'm going to trim it down to be 4 by 5 1/4 instead of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Clean up my little, sometimes, you know, watercolor paper has some wispy edges. So just clean it up there. It's a straight cut, but cute little edge there. Put some tape behind it. There we go. No, it doesn't want to come off. Eyeball center. Oh, I'm going to trim the bottom of this card off a little bit too. The card base must be a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, it's a little bit over 5 1/2, so I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off that one side. And put my celebrate down. I'm going to maybe pop it up. I don't want to pop it up. Pop the celebrate, and then you could add some splatter or some jewels. I think we'll add some jewels and just be ta-da! And then we'll get some my jewels. Here we go. These are Spectrum from Spellbinders. These are kind of, I always have these in my stash. They're self-sticky, so you don't have to do anything else. And then you can just kind of, you know, add some, just a little bit of bling in the corner. And the, that's it. Vanessa always tells me rule of three, ta-da! And you have your cute little, look at how pretty that looks. So here it is with just interference inks, black ink with nothing else, or on black paper, sorry, not black ink, on black paper. So you have those black elegant blooms coming out. So this plate, look at how versatile it is. Here it is stenciled with black ink, or pressed with black ink and then stenciled. This one is not inked. It's just raised, almost like an embossing folder and stenciled, so it looks super gorgeous. Easier to see in person, I think. One plate, so many looks. So I hope you guys had a great time today. Happy crafting, and I will chat with you guys next week. Bye!